In this video, you'll learn all about run-ons. So what is a run-on? A run-on is when you have two or more complete sentences that are put together. The sentences just keep running on and on and on. Here's an example. A dog down the street chased a cat. They made a lot of noise. This actually should be more than one sentence split apart. A dog down the street chased a cat is its own sentence. They made a lot of noise is also its own sentence, so it should be split. Look at the next 5 examples in your notes. Decide what sentences are run-ons. If a sentence is a run-on, put RO, and if the sentence is a complete sentence, write CS. Pause the video while you complete this activity. Start the video again when you're ready to check your answers. Make sure you've completed all the questions in your notes for this section. So let's check your answers. Number 1, we went to the mall, then we went to the store. See how there's a pause in the middle of the sentence right after mall? That's because it's a run-on. It's not a complete sentence. Number 2, she is a great friend and a good neighbor. This is a complete sentence. Because the second part of the sentence is just a good neighbor, that can't stay by itself. Run-ons are when you have 2 complete sentences that can actually stay by themselves. This one doesn't have 2 complete sentences. It's just one complete sentence. Number 3 is also a run-on. He is never nice. He is always mean. See how there's that big pause after nice? That's because we have 2 complete sentences. Number 4, before I go to bed, I like to read. So this is a complete sentence. The part before I go to bed could not stay by itself. That would be a fragment. So we have a complete sentence here with a comma in the right place in the middle. Number 5 is also a run-on. The dog ran down the street. He was fast. We have 2 complete sentences here. He was fast could be by itself. It's a complete sentence because it has a subject and a predicate. Make sure that you correct all of the answers if you missed any, and move on to the next section of your notes. So how do we fix a run-on? The first way to fix a run-on is we join the sentences with a comma and a conjunction. Conjunctions are words that connect sentences or phrases. Words like and, but, or so. You might often see these in the middle of a sentence or a phrase because they're connecting them. Here's an example of a run-on. We looked for the lost dog. We could not find it. Notice there's that big pause in the middle of the sentence right in front of we. So in order to correct this sentence, we're going to join the sentence with a comma and a conjunction. Here's our fixed example. We looked for the lost dog, comma, but we could not find it. So we added the conjunction and a comma in the middle to make this now a complete sentence and no longer a run-on. Fix this run-on. Use the strategy we just learned. Join the 2 sentences together with a conjunction and a comma. Remember, you could use words like and, but, or so. Here's the run-on. The City Council held a meeting. They meet every month. Go ahead and fix this run-on in your notes. Here's an example of how you could have fixed it. The City Council held a meeting, and they meet every month. You could put any conjunction there that you think fits with the sentence, but don't forget you also have to put a comma. The second way to fix a run-on is to use a period or a semicolon to create 2 separate sentences. Here's an example of a run-on. We looked for the lost dog. We could not find it. So if you're going to put a period after dog, you have to capitalize the next word for the first sentence. We looked for the lost dog, period, capital we could not find it. If you're going to use a semicolon, you can put it in the same spot, but you don't capitalize after a semicolon. So see, if you put a period, you have to capitalize. If you put a semicolon, you don't have to capitalize. Fix this run-on by using the strategy we just learned. First, add a period. Jen is a great student. She often gets all A's. Now your fixed run-on should be, Jen is a great student, period, and then capital She often gets all A's. Now we have two complete sentences and we fix the run-on. The third way to fix a run-on is to add a subordinate conjunction at the beginning and rearrange the sentence. You can use subordinate conjunctions like when, after, if, since, although, or before. Again, these are just a couple examples of subordinate conjunctions. We're going to put these words at the beginning of a sentence and rearrange it. Let's look at the run-on example. We looked for the lost dog. We could not find it. Here's how we would fix it. We're going to add the subordinate conjunction although, and then we're going to put a comma in the middle of the sentence where you hear that pause. Although we looked for the lost dog, we could not find it. Now we've made a complete sentence, and all we did was add the subordinate conjunction at the beginning and a comma in the middle. Now you try fixing a run-on with a subordinate conjunction and a comma. Fix this run-on. I went to the store to buy some milk. They were out of milk. Think of a word you could put at the very beginning of the sentence. How about the word when? When I went to the store to buy some milk, they were out of milk. Now we have a complete sentence by adding the subordinate conjunction when and putting a comma in the middle of the sentence where the pause is. So to review, a run-on is when you have more than one complete sentence combined together. The ways to fix run-ons are, we combine sentences with a comma and a conjunction, we make a new sentence with a period or a semicolon, or we add a subordinate conjunction and a comma. This is the end of the video. Make sure you've completed your notes.